Pastor Sangwoo Lee, a Korean pastor with a heart for the Filipinos. For 40 years, Pastor Lee has been helping missionary George Patrick with his church planting, Korean study and interpretation of teaching and preaching in the church and in the Baptist seminary at Daejeon, Bulgwangdong, and Mokdong in South Korea. Missionary Patrick is the most influential mentor of Pastor Lee. In 1974, Missionary Patrick started helping Korean Pastor Ro to start a mission in a rented house as worship place at CaloocanCity, licensed by Central Baptist Church of Amarillo, Texas. After a year, they rented a 150 square meter lot and built a vinyl tent. Then in 1985, a new church building was built, and it is the one that they have been using until today. In 1988, Pastor Lee started his non-resident tent-making missionary work in the Philippines. From 1988 to 1990, he was helping the very first Korean BBC missionary to Luzon. He then met Pastor Ralph Baladhay in Cebu with the help of American missionary Foster in Korea to support Mandawi BBC with the ministry of seminary and church planting until 2008. It was only by God's grace and power that during the last 18 years, Pastor Lee together with Pastor Ralph Baladhay were able to plant about 60 mission churches in the Philippines. Metro Cebu Baptist Bible Seminary students also increased in numbers with more than 100 students. There was a conference held in Cebu hosted by Pastor Baladhay, wherein Pastor Jerry Samson and Pastor Lee met. The friendship grew because of their common passion for souls and missions. Then, Pastor Samson was always invited to preach in their church in Korea for 10 consecutive years. Likewise, whenever Pastor Lee visits the Philippines, he would be invited to preach in TBBC. Up to this present times, the love and support for each other in the ministry is visible. This is all for God's glory. In the year 2000, Anyang BBC licensed Pastor Sangwoo Lee to start the Filipino Bible Baptist Church in Seoul, Korea, as many Filipino workers are coming to Korea for work. In 2005, Brother Leonardo and Sister Susan Olavier and their 3 children were sent to Metro Cebu Baptist Bible Seminary as the first OFW missionary from FBBCKorea to study, and by God's grace, graduated after 3 years at the age of late 40s. They got saved in the ministry of FBBC in Korea, where they also surrendered their lives for the mission work. So they were licensed to start a mission church in Clarin, Bohol in 2009. It was in 2011 when the second OFW missionary, Pastor Blas Bulahabo, was licensed by FBBC Korea to start a mission work in Pampanga. He was under Pastor Lee's training for 5 years as pastor's assistant while he was still working as an OFW in a factory. Then, he was sent by FBBC Korea to take over the FBBC Pampanga ministry, which started as Bible study for ex-FBBC Korea members just a year ago. Then, Pastor Lee and Brother Jonathan Galaites let him continue the second mission in the Philippines. It is only possible by God's grace and love that Pastor Lee has been serving as tent maker non-resident missionary to our country by helping local churches and Bible seminaries. Through the OFW, or Obey God, Follow Christ, Win Souls ministry of FBBC, faithful members are being trained to be soul winners. FBBC Soul is still continually having discipleship training with faithful industrial workers, and soon there will be more missionaries to the Philippine Islands from FBBC. At present, at the age of 71, Pastor Lee is pastoring FBBC Korea for OFWs. He has been traveling from Korea to the Philippines and back. at least 10 times a year to visit FBBC Bohol and FBBC Pampanga. He also has been supporting the missions, FBBC Seminary, and Classical Piano Academy in Bohol to produce church pianists.